And thank you for joining me for another installment of our Renewed Mind series. I think more often we add meaning assuming that people think less of us or look down on us in some way. Then we add meaning that they love us or like us or think something great of us in some way. And for me, I think that's because people don't really think about us as much as we think. There was a time where I was extremely exhausted and I fell asleep in the doctor's office. And the doctor was a friend of mine, and I just voiced some insecurities that I was worried about what people thought of me while I was basically sleeping in his office. And his response was, "Courtney, people don't think about you as much as you think." And I really liked that sentiment. I think we more often should give people the benefit of the doubt that they are off in their own little la-la land, their own little world, than assuming that they're thinking negatively about us. And ultimately, what are we doing with this Renewed Mind series? Well, we are renewing our minds, and a huge part of that comes from 2 Corinthians 10:5. Take every thought captive. So every time someone says something and we think anything beyond what they're saying, we need to take that thought captive and remind ourselves that that's adding meaning. And we need to ask them another question to dig deeper into what they actually mean. And maybe sometimes we'll be right, but I find more times than not, we're wrong. I always thought I was really good at making assumptions, and sometimes I really still am. But I still strive to, every time I assume something about someone, if it's not positive, I want to take that thought captive and find out more before I pass judgment. I'd like to share this story with you because this was the climax of where I really understood that I add meaning. And this is where it turned it all around for me. So it was a Saturday, and I wasn't working that Saturday, and my husband wasn't working that Saturday, but he had plans and he had told me to work on the truck, but he also told me it wasn't going to take very long. And so I came to him while he was inside for a break and said, "Hey, when you're done, do you want to do something with me?" His response was, "I don't know." My heart broke into a million pieces because I added meaning to what he said. He said, "I don't know." And I assumed what he meant was, I don't know if I want to do anything with you today. I don't know if I want to spend time with you. I don't know if I care about us spending time together. I just was adding all of these things. So my heart broke and I was so mad at him. I drove to church and went and played piano and worshiped the Lord and cried and prayed for like 2 hours. When I was done, I saw that my husband had tried to call me quite a few times and texted me asking me to please come home. Now, I don't want you to think bad of Ed. My husband is extremely intelligent, so he knew right away where my brain had gone with what he had said. So when he came to me in amazing humility that he has, when I arrived home, I stayed in the car because I was still just broken. And my husband saw that I had arrived and came out and joined me in the car. And then he explained what he meant by what he said. He said, "I don't know," was a loaded "I don't know." And I didn't even know how loaded it was. Partly he didn't know because he had first told me it wasn't going to take very long, but then when I had asked him, he was actually having an issue that he didn't tell me about, but he was having an issue and he thought maybe it was going to take longer than he thought. And then he thought maybe he would be really tired afterwards. He thought maybe it would be later at night than we were thinking when he was done. So his "I don't know" wasn't, "I don't know if I want to spend time with you." It was, "I don't know if I'll be done at a time where we'll still want to go out afterwards." His "I don't know" also involved the thought that I do not like being lied to. And so like to an extreme, and he knows this. And so he knew that anything he said I was going to take as a promise, and if it didn't come through, then he was a liar. And so, and that's true, I would have thought that. And so he didn't want a promise to be done, because he knew that if he didn't come through with that promise, I would then be devastated about that. But instead of voicing all of this that was going on in his mind, he just said, I don't know. And so I don't want us to harp on, oh, your husband needs to learn how to say more and communicate better, because we both do. Because yeah, he could have said more and then I don't know. But I could have, instead of running away like a little baby, be mature and say, what do you mean by that? And that would have solved the whole problem. We would have been good to go. That was the day when I realized that I add meaning. I thought all of these things negative about myself based on one little thing that he said that was not negative about me at all. And it turned into, a half day of depression and melodrama and all of that fun stuff. And so now, and he and other people say things, I try my best to take them at face value. I'm doing better and better with that all the time. And there have been times when I look at a conversation I have with someone and I think, wow, in the past I would have just taken what they said there and thought this, but since I asked that clarifying question, now I actually know that they meant this by it. And so I encourage you to just continue to ask questions. Be okay with asking questions. I've always been okay with asking questions. I've had so many teachers that say when you ask a question, you don't show what you don't know, you show that you're willing to learn. I always saw questions as good things. So yeah, I'm that person when you're training for a new job who makes everything take longer. And so I just encourage you to ask more questions. And don't worry about looking dumb. How much better would it be to look a little dumb and still have a great relationship with someone because you didn't assume that they were being mean to you, than to assume they're being mean to you and not want to hang out with them anymore. So all in all, I think that if we learn how to not add meaning and how to ask clarifying questions to know what people actually mean by what they're saying or what they actually mean by what they're doing, then we'll not only have more fulfilling relationships and relationships that last longer, but we'll also be a lot happier with the way that we think others think of us. And we can realize that others aren't thinking about us quite as much as we think that they are. If this video today has helped you in any way to think a little bit deeper about how to renew your mind, please like and subscribe and check out more.